Good evening and welcome to the annual reorganization meeting of the Tinton Falls Borough Council being held January 3rd, 2023. This meeting is hereby called to order. Pursuant to Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board at Borough Hall and by notification to the Asbury Park Press, the Newark Star Ledger, and the New Coaster at least 48 hours prior to the meeting and filing with the Borough Clerk, all on December 20th, 2022. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will now call the roll. Ms. Buckley?
Here.
Mrs. Clay?
Here.
Dr. Dobrin?
Here.
Mr. Manginelli?
Here.
Mr. Nessie?
Here.
At this time, the first order of business will be the nomination of Council President. May I ask for a motion to open the nomination for Council President?
Motion.
Second.
May I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Manginelli? All in favor?
Aye.
May I ask for a nomination for Council President?
Yes. Tonight, I'm pleased to nominate the Honorable Council Member John Manginelli for the 2023 Council President of the Tinton Falls Borough Council.
May I have a second?
Second.
Are there any further nominations for Council President seat? Hearing none, may I have a motion to close the nominations?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Mr. Nessie. All in favor?
Aye.
I will now do a roll call vote on the nomination of John Manginelli for Council President. Ms. Buckley? Abstain. Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Motion is adopted. At this time, I will hand over the meeting to the Council President. The President will now take the respective seat.
Well, let me first say I'm humbled and flattered that I've been selected and nominated. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Ms. Buckley for the fantastic job she did as Council President. And I think we owe her a round of applause. And I have a tough time following her in the job she did. The next item of business will be the nomination of Deputy Council President. May I ask for a motion to open the nomination for Deputy Council President?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
May I ask for a nomination for Deputy Council President?
I'd like to nominate Councilwoman Risa Clay for Deputy Council President.
May I have a second?
Second.
Are there any further nominations for Deputy Council President? Hearing none, may I have a motion to close the nomination?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a roll call vote on the nomination of Risa Clay for Deputy Council President?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. The next order of business will be the swearing in of the Council President and the Deputy Council President. Senator Gopal, would you do the honor of swearing the President and the Vice President then?
You should go first because then your family.
Okay.
Kevin, his tell them. Look, Kevin.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Raise your right hand.
I state your name,
I, John A. Manganiello,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New
of the
Jersey,
State of New Jersey,
that I'll bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
to the governments established
to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I'll faithfully,
that I will faithfully
impartially,
and impartially,
and justly perform
justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of Council President
of Council President
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
John.
Don't make it your life work now. Senator, don't run away. You got it. Reach the flag.
Thank you. You look good, John. Sue, let's go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Vice President? Deputy Council.
Deputy now.
I see Mike Clay.
When I have a tough job following this stuff.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
You guys on? All right. I state your name,
I, Lisa Kay,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I'll bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I'll faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of Deputy Council President
of Deputy Council President
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Yes. Senator?
Facing this, all right, a quick picture. Ava, smile, look at me.
Wait, one more. Senator.
Senator, at this time,
Wait, please. Okay. No, we need one whenever. I'll be up here.
We're taking a seat.
Mike, come back here. Come back up here.
Missing one more picture. Years of racing.
Senator, at this time, Senator Gopal has a proclamation from the Senate that he would like to present to us tonight. Senator?
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you, Council President Buckley, for your service. Congratulations, Council President Manginelli. Deputy Council President Clay, good to see Dr. Dobrin and Councilman Neshi. I got to visit you very shortly. My hair is getting a little long, so this is a really a special moment. On February 2nd, on the Senate floor, I'm going to be reading into the official record, so it's permanent in Trenton, New Jersey, the legacy of Vito Perillo. Vito is an extraordinary individual as far as being an inspiration on just not giving up. I mean, I got to tell you, I got a cold, I'm out for 2 weeks. This guy, a whole different ballgame, but he's here and he's working hard. It doesn't matter what comes at him. He's now officially, according to our records in the state, the oldest mayor in the country. And that's a really big deal. So my purpose to be here today is to let you know, Mayor, and it will be officially notified. It doesn't happen often, but on the Senate floor, we're going to pause and take a moment on February 2nd to pay gratitude to your service. Not just what's incredible about Vito's story is obviously not just being the oldest mayor, but he actually got elected in his 90s, which is unheard of. We've had other mayors who start in their 50s and 60s, and they're there for 30, 40 years. But Vito's story is really inspiration. His service to his country as a veteran, and then jumping in and taking in twice, winning another election in like an 8-way race. He won again, and he's really been a role model for people to say that community service is important, serving your country is important, but more importantly, never giving up is equally as important. And I think it's a pride here, not just in Tinton Falls, but in the 11th Legislative District in Monmouth County, that we have individuals like Mayor Perillo who could be doing so many other things in their life at this moment, but they're choosing to be here on a Tuesday night, fully suited up, ready to do the people's work. So, Mayor, I have a proclamation, and when we present it on February 2nd, you're going to get something certified in the mail from the State House saying that now you're officially in record in New Jersey history books. So, congratulations.
He's going to invite me. Thank you so much, Senator, for your kind words. You're too much. Anyway, we were elected the same day. The first time I ran, you and our governor, and we've been here now for 4 years. Anyhow, again, thanks for your kind words, and I would like to be invited to that to the meeting.
Absolutely, we'd love to have you.
All right.
I feel like you got 1 or 2 people that might be driving you there.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you. And I know I did talk to Anna Mae earlier. I didn't get a conflict, but I know your daughter sent her regards. I talked to your grandson this morning to let him know, Mike, so I know your family's very proud of you.
They let me know you were coming too. All right.
Come get a picture.
David told me to put my suit on. Anyhow, how about a picture?
That'll be great.
Photographer, please, do your duty.
Ready? Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, and every time we speak about the mayor, I have to mention, don't forget, he's a World War II Navy veteran that fought in the last major battle in the Pacific. And once again, I thank you for your service, Mayor.
Thank you. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Tracy Buckley for her duty as council president for the last few years. Thank you so much, really, and lots of luck to you. That's it.
Mr. Telefanko, you want me to go on with the next one?
Yes, sir.
We will now move on to appointments. Appointment to the Historic Preservation Commission. Cooper Lewis, Class A, 4-year term ending December 31st, 2026. Stacy Slawinski, Class C, Chair, 4-year term ending December 31st, 2026. David Tripold, alternate number 1, 2-year term ending December 31st, 2024. Appointment to Planning Board. Daniel Romanoff, Class 2, 1-year term ending December 31st, 2023. Joel Natter, Class 4, 4-year term ending December 31st, 2026. William Holubowski, alternate 1, 2-year term ending December 31st, 2024. And we can move on to reports. Mr. Neff, Borough Engineer.
I have no report. I just want to thank Tracy for all her help and assistance the last few years as council president. Got a lot accomplished, and wish John and Risa best of luck this year moving forward. I know they'll do a great job.
Thank you. Mr. Fallon. Mr. Tarafanko, Business Administrator.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. No report. I just wanted to say congratulations to you, sir, and Councilwoman Clay, and also thank past President, Councilwoman Tracy Buckley, for the work we've done this year, and also the mayor for being recognized for his service and his fortitude going forward, and I look forward to a even better 2023.
Thank you. Mayor Perillo.
I think I've said all I had to say already. Thank you, guys.
Mr. Starkey.
Yes, I would just like to say congratulations to you, Councilman Manginelli, and Councilwoman Clay. I look forward to working with you, and I'd also like to thank Councilwoman Buckley for her service. It's been a pleasure working with her during her term as council president. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Hutchinson.
I have no report this evening, thank you.
Good, we'll keep it short tonight, huh? Ms. Buckley, council reports. Ms. Buckley?
Yes, thank you, Council President Manginelli. Congratulations. I'd like just like to take this opportunity to say Happy New Year to everybody here. Thanks for attending this reorganization meeting. I'd like to congratulate all the new appointees and returning appointees to all of the boards and commissions this evening. I'd also like to just recognize our emergency services personnel. I was glad to be able to attend on January 1st their swearing-in ceremony here at Borough Hall for the new fire company chiefs and our EMS. They provide vital service, many of which are totally volunteer, and they need volunteers. So general announcement, if people are interested in volunteering for EMS and our fire companies, they need it. And I'd like to thank them all for their service. Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you, Ms. Buckley. We now open our meeting to public discussion. This is a time public may comment on any, yes. What did you say? Oh, Mr. Nessie, I'm sorry. Mr. Dobrin.
Oh, you ready? Okay, again, congratulations to our new appointees, and thank you, Tracy, for your outstanding tenure as president of the council. Thursday, I'll be joining with Alicia Luden, the executive assistant to Settembrino Architects, who are going to have a kickoff meeting for the Tinton Falls Library project to begin sometime in the new year. And that's it for my report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dobrin. Mr. Nessie.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, everybody. Nothing to report for Planning Board or Chicken Advisory Board. Next meetings for Planning Board are January 11th, and the Chicken Advisory Board is January 18th. I would like to recognize and congratulate our EMS and fire company members and their respective new positions they were sworn into on January 1st. I want to say thank you to all of our Tinton Falls Emergency Service volunteers. We owe you an immense amount of admiration and gratitude. Also, congratulations to Council President John Manginelli and Deputy Council President Risa Clay. I think you guys are going to do a great job. And Council President Manginelli, I think you have big shoes to fill. Council President Buckley did a wonderful job for the past 3 years, and I want to say thank you for her and her service. And I look forward to next year working with everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Clay?
Yes, thank you. I first would like to congratulate Councilman Manginelli on his position as Council President. And I would like to thank Councilwoman Buckley for her hard work and dedication to the borough of Tinton Falls. I would like to also congratulate Mayor Perillo for his service and accomplishments, outstanding, and looking forward to seeing even more. And I would like to echo what was said about our EMS and fire companies, volunteer services, hardworking men and women that give their all every day, put their life on the line. So thank you to them for all their work.
Thank you, Mrs. Clay. Once again, I'm humbled and I'm flattered and to serve the people of Tinton Falls. And I want to comment on the calendar. Did all of you people receive the Tinton Falls calendar yet? It is by far the best calendar that's ever been put out, and whoever responsible for it, I commend them. It was excellent. I have no other thing to say, but thank you for being here. At this time, we can close, we'll open public discussions. May I have a motion to open the public discussion?
Motion.
Second. This is the time the public may comment on any topic of their choice. Please state your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 3 minutes. At this time, I would like to ask our borough clerk if any public comments are submitted prior to the meeting or via email.
No, there were none.
Okay, let's get the public. Go.
Hi.
You got it.
Mingo Powell, Long Branch, New Jersey. I partially, obviously, here for the mayor, and congratulations to you guys. But you know, I've been in touch with the farmers over the car thefts that have been happening in their area. Chief DeLucia has been really gracious with his time, as well as Prosecutor Santiago, and we have set up a monthly Zoom, which we welcome anyone from the council of the town. The chief is usually on, or one of his captains is on, and we're working hard on their issues. They're going to obviously come up, but their association keeps getting hit. I know that's a police department decision. Obviously, there's state laws that we're trying to change on bail reform and some of the other things. But just any consideration, just know on the Senate side, I'm talking to their association every month. They've got one member on there. He's a realtor who his billboard's been up. He's gotten hit like 3 times just because they see it. We've sent the Ring cameras. I've sent it over to the prosecutor. It's a constant problem in that association. There's a lot of homes there. So just appreciate the town's continued partnership in that. Thank you.
Yes, please, Joe.
Joe Farmer, 36 Gallon Fox Road, Tinton Falls. First, Happy New Year to all, and congratulations to John and Risa. You're well deserved, and I wish you great success in your new roles, which I'm sure you will have. I just wanted to ask a question or two regarding the issues we continue to have in Willowbrook with the attempted car thefts. There were 3 again over the New Year holiday, where intruders were caught on camera trying to enter vehicles parked on the driveways. As far as I know, the homeowners have reported it to the police department, so it's on record. I guess my question is, I know we held money over for 4 additional police officers. I'd like to know what the status is. Have they been hired? Are they trained? Where are we with the head count for patrol officers right now?
I'm going to defer to the Borough Administrator.
Thank you, sir. So as you know, obviously, we met the number that was originally established by the ordinance. The ordinance has been updated.
What number is that, Charlie?
We're at 48. So,
48.
right. So we're looking to, in the coming year, we're doing background investigations now, accepting applications. We're going to be hiring. What that definitive number is, I can't tell you at this moment. A lot of funding is being reallocated. Going forward, we have a lot of other issues we need to deal with, to include the state health benefits plan, which is going to be an exorbitant amount of money that we're going to have to absorb as a municipality. So that's all going to play a part into the amount of officers that we do get. But we are definitely hiring this year. Going forward, we're also looking to hire Special 2 officers as well to augment the police department, which you know about already. So we are moving in that direction. I just asked your deference in time. We've met all our benchmarks so far. We did the studies. We did everything that we told you we were going to do. So I understand, you know, it's a statewide issue, right? You heard the senator. Obviously, you're working with him on a monthly basis.
You have me confused. As far as I knew, when the budget was adopted, the money was put into the budget. So your other costs that you're talking about should not impact the head count or the hiring of the police officers that are now budgeted. Is that correct or incorrect?
Well, again, Mr. Fallon's not here to break down the budget with you, which I know you speak to him on a fairly regular basis about the budgeting items, which is fine. But I can tell you, obviously, we're in a new budget season. We're moving forward with our 2023 budget, and we plan to allocate money for officers to be hired in 2023.
How many patrol officers do we have in head count right now?
Listen, if I may interrupt, Joe, we said at the very beginning, when this car theft started, that it'd be up to the chief of police to determine what he needs and how many people we should have. And then until he gives his word, so again, it's up to the police department or the chief to determine when and how we employ these people.
Okay, so I'm asking that question, when and how?
The question is, we're not going to hire anybody until the police chief says we can, period. We did all we can. We did the study. He did the study. He said we could use 4 more, whatever it was, and we put it in the budget.
Right.
That doesn't say we're going to hire them. We'll hire them when we need them, and when the police chief or the police department says we need them, period. Joe, that's the end.
It's not the end,
That's the
Mr.
end.
Mayor. We need them, and we need them now. And now I'm addressing the council president.
So
The budget was passed.
Mr. Manginelli, let me just continue here. So, Mr. Fama, obviously you understand there's other avenues that we're looking into outside of just hiring personnel. And the senator is well aware of that. You're on monthly Zoom meetings and things like that. There's technologies that we've deployed already as a result of this statewide issue. And we're going to continue to do those things and employ different policing strategies. Obviously, I'm not going to go on a record and tell you anybody what they are because of operational security issues. But I'm here to tell you, you're being heard, we're addressing the things in the fashion that we can, and we're trying to quell this problem. But again, it's a statewide issue from bail
Mr.
reform all the way
Tefranco,
through.
I'm just asking about the head count that was budgeted. Are we hiring, and when will we hit that head count?
And as I stated, we're going to hire personnel this year. And obviously, you were here last year when we went through this. You know it takes time to do those things. So it's not something that's going to happen today, and then tomorrow they're going to be solo officers on the road. We've gone offline with you and discussed exactly the amount of time that it takes to get an officer to be a solo officer on the road that's going to be a viable resource for Tinton Falls. And we're moving in that direction, just like we did with the last 6 hires that we recently employed.
So can you tell me how many patrol officers are out there right now working that are on the payroll?
Can I tell you that?
Yeah.
I just answered you before.
No, how many are there?
You have the entire table of organization. So
So you can't tell me the number of patrol officers we have out there right now?
yeah, we have 43. We're looking to go to
Oh,
48.
we have 43 right now.
Right.
Okay. And do you have a guesstimate as to when we will be up to the 48?
again, the chief's not here, and we talk offline on a daily basis, and there's other strategies other than hiring personnel to quell these problems, along with the other issues that the residents of Tinton Falls are facing. So, yes, are we moving in that direction? I'm not going to say definitively by a specific date we're going to be at that number, because there's a lot of other variables that take place in these decisions.
Okay. I don't really know what else to say, but I will bring your answer back to our community of...
Joe, I'm curious, is there a time that's more,
No, John, I just guess the budget's been in place now for a while, right? This fiscal year.
Yes.
The money was allocated this fiscal year. I am concerned that the fiscal year will run out, the hires won't be made, and then is it going to be another battle again for the next fiscal year? I just don't understand why we are not up to budgeted headcount or close to it. We're still 5 officers short.
unfortunately, we have two guys that are not here tonight that could answer that question better.
That is
That's the police chief and Tom Fallon.
So, John, I would ask the council to take a look at it and maybe get back to us as to when we think we'll be up to head count.
Absolutely, Joe.
Okay, thank you.
Nancy Ann Fama, 36 Gallon Fox Road. Happy New Year. Congratulations to all of the new office holders, and thank you, Tracy, for your service. My recollection is that we had 26 patrol officers. And my recollection is that $300,000 was apportioned in the surplus to hire 4 more officers. And that was my understanding the last time we left here. And that was the understanding of our community. So we see the other methods that you're employing. We applaud you for that. But at the same time, we are unsafe in our community. We cannot wait to have these thieves come into our development, trying the car doors, trying the backyard doors, okay? We are just waiting for the moment that someone gets hurt, someone is injured. And all the other methods that you're going to use to fight the bad guys, we agree with. But we were told and we were looking for increased patrol strength at a patrol level that has not changed since the 1980s. We understand that you hired 6 new police officers. That just puts you up to the same head count that we had 30 years ago. So this, to me, is not in the spirit of what we had discussed probably 3 months ago. We were told that the monies were there, that you had to get through the other 6 police officers. We agreed with that. That was totally reasonable. And now it sounds like we're stepping off hiring additional patrol strength. In addition to the legislation that Senator Gopal has put forward, amending the car theft legislation, which we are fully behind and will do anything as a community to back him, we need bail reform as well in this state. We are all victims. It's every town. I just saw on a Nextdoor app from Colts Neck, we're the targets in Colts Neck of car theft. And so is Tinton Falls, and so is Middletown, and so is Rumson. Something has to be done, and deterrence is the only avenue that we can think of, and that is increased patrol strength. They know that we have 1 or 2 patrol officers in a sector. And, you know, frankly, Mayor, your answer to us in that's it, your police chief said 4. That's what we understood.
It's up to the police
That's right.
chief to determine who and what and when. That's it, period.
We agree, but we were also told that
You-
those 4 people were going to be hired.
No, we do. I don't know who told
It
you
was
that.
put in the budget.
Who-
Yes, it was.
It's
So
there.
this is what we're upset about. And you know what? It's not getting better. It's getting worse. It's lawless.
These people come into these developments and they wreak havoc. And you know it's only going to be a matter of time when people start moving out of Tinton Falls because they feel and they hear that it's an unsafe community. So I would ask this council to look into what happened to the 4 positions, $300,000 that was supposed to be in surplus to fund these positions.
Well, suffice to say, Ms. Palmer, I am a little surprised. I thought it was getting better. I really did. So this comes as a surprise to me, but I'll look into it.
Well, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Is there anybody else? Please.
Hi, Mitch Colbert, 21 Cedar Place. Non-controversial. First of all, congratulations and all that. I'm just won't repeat all the stuff everybody else said. Actually, I only got one thing. I went looking, trying to do some scheduling, and I went on the borough calendar on the webpage, and I guess, obviously it's a new year. Just a simple request to make sure that the online calendar gets updated with the meeting dates for all the various boards and stuff. So those of us trying to work around those dates can schedule our stuff for the rest of the year. And that's it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a great year, and congratulations.
Thank you. Anyone else? Good, we can get out early. Having heard no further comments, I can make a motion to close the public session. May I hear a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. Miscellaneous business for the good of the order. All in favor of closing the?
Aye.
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 Miscellaneous business for the order. Does any member of the council have anything to add? Nothing. Next, we will move on to appointments to the various boards and committees, as well as council liaison appointments, and we'll vote on each resolution separately. If the clerk would please read the title of the first resolution.
R23-01, resolution ratifying appointment of the judge of the municipal court, Susan Schroeder Clark Esquire, for a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2025.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. The clerk could please read the title of the next resolution.
R23-02, appointing members to the Environmental Commission, Barbara Kohlberg, regular member, term to expire 12/31/2025. Frank DeVita, regular member, term to expire 12/31/2025. Ellen Goldberg, regular member, term to expire 12/31/2025. Scott Patterson, alternate member 1, term to expire 12/31/2024.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. The clerk could please read the title of the next resolution.
R23-03, appointing members to the Zoning Board of Adjustment. Scott Provines, alternate member number 2, term to expire 12/31/2024.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. Where do we go, man? Okay. If the clerk could please read the title of the next resolution?
R23-04, appointment of Class 3 member to the Planning Board, Councilman Michael J. Nessie, for a 1-year term ending December 31st, 2023.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. If
If-
the clerk could please read the title of the last resolution.
R23-05, appointments of liaison to committees, terms ending December 31st, 2023. Board of Education Liaison, Councilwoman Risa Clay. Environmental Commission Liaison, Councilwoman Tracy A. Buckley. Library Liaison, Councilman Dr. Larry Dobrin. Historic Commission Liaison, Councilman John Manginelli. Zoning Board Liaison, Councilman John Manginelli.
Why am I so lucky? Okay. May I have a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. Now we move on to the consent agenda. Before we do, are there any items any member of the council would like removed to be voted upon separately? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Do I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, okay. This concludes today's business. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
This meeting is now adjourned. Hey, watch this.